Welcome students. We are in the discussion of fourth unit surface finishing processes. In that already we have completed discussing about the conventional grinding process, and now we are going to discuss about the special surface finishing processes. So this is actually chapter 2 in that unit. So we are going to see 4 different topics in that chapter as honing, lapping, electrochemical grinding, and a super finishing process, that is buffing. First we are going to see about the honing process, about the basics and about the honing tool and the equipment setup. So the honing process is a finishing operation, kind of finishing operation. It is actually developed for finishing the internal cylindrical surfaces, particularly engine bore like structures. So here you can see this part is nothing but the honing tool. The honing tool, it is loaded with abrasive pads, a cylindrical tool loaded with a number of abrasive pads. So these abrasive pads are made to rotate inside the cylindrical workpiece in order to finish it. Not only the rotation, in addition to the rotation, the honing tool will reciprocate in order to cover the entire inside surface of the cylindrical workpiece. So in that way, the each and every abrasive particles will form a cross-hatched pattern inside the cylindrical surface. In this way, the material removal in micro level is carried out to finish the surface. The surface finish obtained by this honing process is more smooth when you compare with the conventional grinding process, and the interior surfaces are easily can be honed by using this process. So this is the photographic view of a honing tool. See, this is the abrasive pad. So these abrasive pads are generally in the range of the outer pads of the honing tool. During the time of rotation, due to the centrifugal force developed, these abrasive pads will move radially outward direction to touch the internal surface of the cylindrical workpiece. This is actually the workpiece. There is no movement is given for the workpiece in this process. Only the tool need to rotate and reciprocate inside the workpiece in order to finish the interior surface. So at the time of rotation, radially outward movement is happen for the abrasive parts of the honing tool. Meantime, this will give a film pressure over the internal surface of the workpiece, and the meantime the abrasive action takes place to finish the surface. So when you have a close look on the surface of the honing tool, the super abrasive grains are loaded on the abrasive butts by using the galvanic bonding material. And this is the bonding material. These particles are the abrasive particles. This actually the super abrasive grains are nothing but they are very fine in size. So this process generally carried out with the help of a honing machine. This is actually the honing machine. This is actually the column, and this is honing head. The honing head is having the driving mechanism, and this honing head is able to slide up and down by in the gateway provided in the front side of the column, and the end of the spindle we are having the honing tool. This spindle is connected with the driving unit, and during the reciprocation of the honing head, the spindle will rotate the honing tool inside the cylindrical surface of the workpiece. This is nothing but our workpiece, and this table is able to move up and down in order to load and unload the workpiece. Beyond that, there is no specific movement is directed in the workpiece during the operation. It is actually the vertical spindle honing machine. And the honing process constraints are the honing stone should not leave the work surface during the operation, and the stroke length should cover the entire work length. So in that way, the honing tool need to reciprocate inside the cylindrical workpiece, and there is no need of having the honing tool length equal to the workpiece length. Because of having the reciprocating action in the honing tool, we can use the smaller honing tool for the higher length workpieces also. And the important process parameter which are all influencing the surface finish and quality are the rotation speed of the honing tool, the oscillation speed, that is the reciprocation movement, and the length and position of the stroke, and the honing stick pressure. These are all the important process parameter which are all influencing the finishing quality during the honing operation. And these are all some photographic views which are all giving you idea how the honing process is carried out. Here you can see it is an engine cylinder bore. This internal surface is finished by using this honing tool, which is in rotation as well as reciprocation. With the help of this coolant, the process is carried out. And a fine honing process is also followed in many industries in order to have the very high surface finish. Here you can see this tool is nothing but a fine honing tool. This is not like centrifugal honing tool which is discussed in the previous slides. So this is different and that one is different. In order to have very fine accurate finish, we can go for this kind of fine honing tools, and the material removal rate is very low here. Next, we can discuss about the lapping process. Lapping is somewhat better when you compare with the honing operation. Based on the smoothness and the fineness of the surface produced, we can arrange the various finishing operations starting from the conventional grinding, then honing, then lapping, then electrochemical grinding, finally buffing. So in that way, now we are going to discuss about the lapping process. So lapping process is very similar to the honing process, but some changes are there. It is actually a kind of abrasive process and it's a very old method of surface finish. Here the lap is the tool which is made up of metal, is made to slide over the workpiece, and the abrasive particles in the form of loose powder is just spread over the surface of the workpiece, and then the metallic lap is made to slide in random manner over the surface of the workpiece. And along with the vehicle liquid, the abrasive particles are made to slide here and there, and due to the applied pressure from the lap and movement from the lap, the abrasive particles will remove material from the surface of the workpiece in order to finish the surface into better luxury. So the important process parameters and things relating to lapping process are mentioned in the slide. Various kind of abrasives used here are aluminum oxide, silicon carbide with the grain size 5 to 100 micrometer, and Cr2O3 with the grain size 1 to 2 micrometer, B4C3 with the grain size 5 to 60 micrometer, and a diamond with the grain size 0.5 to 5 volt. And vehicle materials used here are machine oil, rub oil, and grease. And parameters mainly influencing the material removal rate in the lapping process are the pressure, lap pressure, which is given through the top, and the grain size of the abrasive. So the coarse grains will develop coarse surface, fine grain size will develop fine surface, and the concentration of the abrasive in the vehicle. More number of abrasive particles will increase the material removal rate. Less number of abrasive particles will give you the very low material removal rate only. That's nothing but the concentration of abrasive in the vehicle. And the lapping speed, how much speed we are moving or sliding the lap in the random direction. So the lapping can be divided into two different categories, hand lapping and machine lapping. Hand lapping is the conventional one, and here the internal cylindrical surfaces can be lapped by using this hand lapping tools, and the machine lapping can be used for the surface lapping. See here, this is nothing but our lap material. Generally the cast iron brass are used as lapping material, and this is made to slide over the surface of the workpiece. This polish pad is nothing but the workpiece, and this platen is sometimes used to revolve along with the workpiece. And between the lap and the workpiece, we are introducing the abrasive particles along with the vehicle liquid. The vehicle liquid will avoid the missing of abrasive particles from the surface between the lap and the workpiece. So this combination of abrasive particle and vehicle liquid is called as slurry. Thank you very much for listening. In the next video, we will see the next topics.